In deep southeast Texas, there lies an area of land about 150 acres wide that no one has ever really developed. No person has ever really owned, and nobody has ever really lived on. At least, not for very long. This is the story of Witchwood.
Good evening. My name is Kenny Peters. I'm from Austin, Texas, and I have a story to tell you. The story is Witchwood. Now, the story didn't happen here. It was down southeast. From Dallas, you'd go down about 4.5 hours. Now, the locals there, they're the only ones that call it Witchwood. They're the only ones that know why. They won't tell you either, not if you're an outsider. But for our story, we have 4 teenagers who go for a holiday weekend just to get away from their small town. And not knowing, they run into a very, very evil and very nasty group of witches that have lived there for centuries. This cabin behind me represents something that no one really knows what's happened there. No one really knows what lies beneath it, or what's happened inside of it over the years. But everyone who enters may find out. But one thing is for sure, they never get back home. What is it that's fighting them, you ask? Well, it's the very earth itself. The witches represent themselves as one entity to humans, but they are many. And they control and live within the ground here. They feed off the very earth. And therefore they control the atmosphere, the animals, the ground itself. The very elements live within them. This is Witchwood.